Hi everyone, back to another stream. Hope you're all doing okay. So, plan today is we're actually going to play some Phantasy Star 0 multiplayer. So, I've been trying this over the last couple of days and getting things set up with it, making sure it all works okay. And actually starting to enjoy the game a bit now, so... Doing alright, thanks. Farm's coming along, and it's a Wednesday, so you only have tomorrow to go. Oh, nice one. Oh yeah, so you got the new farming simulator as well. Yeah, I've started to enjoy it a little bit more. I think it's because I've tried a few different weapon types out, and I actually really like how the daggers play, so I think I'm just going to stick with daggers for now. I will say though, as much as I like the game in general, I really don't like the bosses I've fought so far. I don't find the bosses fun. So what I'll do is I will set up a multiplayer lobby. What I'll do first, actually, just for anyone who might not have seen it, I will just show my friend code as well, just so if anyone wants to add it, they can. I mean, to be fair, yeah, I mean, the bosses in PSO don't do much either, to be fair. Yeah, I've just fought this one in the story. It was like a machine boss piloted by this Newman guy, and it was like two parts to it where one was shooting me and one was trying to drill through the ground. And it was the most irritating fight I've ever done with Miller. Just another quick note, just as we're getting started as well, I have actually changed the webcam now, so I've upgraded to a better webcam. I'm still setting some things up on it, so there is a couple of little issues with it so far, so occasionally it might freeze for a second or so. I've pretty much ironed out what the problem is with it now, so hopefully it won't do it too much. But I'm basically using this to test it out. It's not the same webcam as deployable though, so no, hopefully it's not the same thing. I mean, I do have amnesia in the story, but I can't remember what his name is. I think it's my Rev or Revy? Something like that. So yeah, I don't know how you can see that, but my friend code for anyone who wants to add it is 5417 6853 7893. I would put it as a pinned message in chat, but I can't do that from Restream's chat. the Rave Master, or Harvey, yeah. Who's joining, hosting, and what level? So I am now at level 15. I think the best thing to do, depends on how many we get. Bear in mind that it's not like PSO where you can kind of just like drop in and out quite easily. We'd have to kind of remake the game. I mean, I know you have to remake the game in PSO as well, but it's a lot more annoying to do it in this. So I think maybe the plan is, if maybe I make a game for normal difficulty, and then if there's anyone else above the first 4, if they want to make another game, and people can just rotate around if they want to every so often. I think we have 6, okay. I mean, I think maybe the best thing to do is maybe do 1 or 2 quests with the first people that get in, and then we can always remake and get a couple of different people in. I know it's not ideal the way it works on this, but it is a DS game after all. Yeah, apologies for the layout on the stream as well. This is pretty much the best way I can think of displaying a DS. It'll be interesting to see what happens if you host and we all try to join. Alright, so I will form a party. The party is now open, so first come first serve basically. It will be normal difficulty though, just to forewarn. Also, as well, waiting, the PSP2 video just went live to everyone today. So that is getting in the last chapter of PSP2 now. So we should hopefully be finished that playthrough in maybe 1 or 2 more episodes, I think. Hope killing the Yath's in. Oh, cool. It shows who's hosting games. Cool. Okay, so we've got 2. Level 42. Yeah, that is quite clever actually for a DS game, yeah, to be fair. I only have 1 character, fair enough. Yeah, I really don't mind what level people are because I just want to play multiplayer, honestly. I am planning to try and complete the story, at least on normal anyway. I just forget you can do that in PS Zero. Hi, Pikawood. And hi, Boing as well. Yeah, cease exactly. Also, thank you for saying subscribe. It's like free advertisement in Phantasy Star Zero. Alright, let's look at. We've got Drac and Zalen as well. Cool. Oh, is this a new character, Drac? Join OnlyFans. Yeah, so this is... I haven't really played a whole lot since the video that I did of Phantasy Star Zero. So basically, in that video, I think I got to about level 5. I've done a couple more bosses since that video, and I'm at level 15 now. But I'm still maybe just under halfway through story, I think. So we have... Yeah, so I am a Hugh Newell. Zale, I'm going to assume that's a 4 Newell. Drac, I think is it a Hunium? Yeah. And Kilniath, is that, I'm gonna guess, is it Humor? I am totally guessing. Is it Humor? Okay. Didn't see the ears. Humor with Shifter and D-Band. Yeah, Humor actually isn't too bad in this. I do really like in this as well how they still give you some emotes and things, and some of the things are from PSU. I said this in the video as well, but it amuses me that they added PSU emotes. So I actually need to buy any items anyway because I did just do a boss before I came here. Nah, we're fine. Hi, Neo War Shark. Yeah, so at the minute I am multi-streaming to YouTube and Twitch. But I can see comments from both. Hey, missed. Okay, so I guess I can just load an area and see what we can do. I actually have quite a lot of quests now, actually. With a better render, this game ends up looking like an N64 game. It doesn't look too bad, honestly. Yeah, I do kind of like the art style. It's very, very different from every other Phantasy Star, so it definitely stands out. So we've got a few there. Or I've got 4 of the areas at the minute, so I've got Garatia Valley, Uzet Wetlands, Rio Snowfields, and Paru. Yeah, it's sort of got like a chibi style to it, hasn't it? Might as well do the quests. Yeah, sounds good. I guess I'm aware Drac's level 1, so I think if we maybe start with some of the easier ones. Playing PSN Online, cool. Yeah, so there is still a way to do it. So At the minute, there's instructions how to do it on my Discord. I don't know how else I can post it, but there is still a way to actually access PS0 online. It's all done through, I'm guessing someone's like hosting a server or something for it. So we'll start off with this one, I think. Never played Zero. I'm very, very new to it as well. I've played PSO and a lot of the other Phantasy Stars a lot. Newman owns humour. Tried doing it via emulator once, never found anyone online, but able to connect to the servers. Yeah, so for this, I mean, so I have a Discord channel and we basically arrange people for this. So I think if you're just looking for random people, you might struggle to find people. I haven't actually tried myself though, to be fair. But if you've got a group of people, you can still play fine. Good to see you as well. I think don't know if I've seen you on Twitch before, but yeah, good to see you. Touchscreen will bring some goofiness. Yeah, I mean, from what I can tell, the main thing you use the touchscreen for is for the chat. There might be other uses to it as well. I guess if you were playing on the DS, you can do things like opening your menu with a touchscreen and so on, but you can do a lot of that through a controller as well, so... I will say the combat took a lot of getting used to in this. Game does look pretty good in high definition though. I prefer playing DS games on the real hardware. I would love to. I genuinely don't know if you're able to play the online with the original hardware or not. I'm really not sure. Oh, you can? Oh, cool. DS only supports WAP Wi-Fi, which is insecure. Ah, fair enough. Yeah, so although you can, maybe it's not the best idea too. So if you've never played Zero before, you do actually have Fortnite in this game. The way they do them is quite weird though. You basically hold your attack button. You use a mobile hotspot for that, then disable it after you finish playing. Yeah, that's definitely one way you can do it. It's just kind of understanding, isn't it, that whatever you connect via WAP is going to be inherently a bit vulnerable. But you know, if you're willing to sort of take the risk and disable it after you finish, then it's not too bad. Obviously, for the sake of streaming, it's a lot easier to do it via this route. Yeah, when I did the YouTube video for this, you can probably tell if you watched it that I wasn't really feeling the combat with the game at all. A lot of that, though, having played it a bit more, was just down to the weapon. The saber that you start with, I really don't like the animation for. Now I've tried a few different weapons out. I kind of feel like the daggers kind of work for my playstyle, so I'm enjoying it more now. I do find it kind of funny in this that the charged animation for a lot of the PAs, you basically just kind of vibrate. Like that. Did Zale just jump? I'm not sure. I didn't see. Oh, it looks like it's maybe a Fortnite, I'm guessing. Played with a few Mario Kart DS on your console online. It worked pretty well. Still got destroyed by the other players though. Yeah, I am pretty terrible at Mario Kart, to be fair. Try with the Raycast and it's very similar to how you play cast in PSO. I mean, obviously the other reason I kind of want to get through it is because there is that tenuous link to PSO with this, with it taking place on Coral. Wouldn't Fortnite be weird in the old school PSO combat, since whether you hit or miss an enemy is tied to RNG? Yeah, I mean, obviously PSO, the original PSO is built just around the basic attack system, isn't it? With this, I mean, this wouldn't have been the first time Fortnite were in a game. I think, I may be wrong on this, but I think PSU was the first game to bring Fortnite in. Obviously, they're implemented very, very differently in that, though. Red Prime Hunters was fun until there were hackers. Yeah, I was going to say, Killing After, it was roughly about the same time as PSP 2, wasn't it? Because I seem to remember at the time, my brother had a DS and he bought PS0, and I had a PSP, so I bought PSP 2. And I'm sure it was around about the same time. Hi, LJP. PSU had a very different combat system from what you know. Yeah, I mean, PSU shared with PSO the typical sort of 3-hit combos and timing your attacks. But there is obviously the element of all the Fortnites as well, and in PSP 2 it adds more with the dodging as well. Speaking of which, that is one thing that PS0 does add as well, you do have a dodge. Honestly, one of the biggest downsides I've got with this so far, though, is just the amount of pallet space you've got, or don't have. You basically have 3-button pallet, which you can probably see at the top right. Of those, I've got light attack, heavy attack, and then the middle one is dodge. And then I have a reverse pallet where I have 3 more. That's it. There's also some elements from PSO that haven't really carried over, so there isn't really a quick menu for your weapons. Well, there is, but it's not really that quick. So you basically hold R, press start, and you go to your item, choose a different one. So there is a way to get to the menu quickly, but it still takes a little while to to actually change weapon. You change the dodge to the A button. I probably should. Should play PSU one day, maybe someday next year. If you're going to play PSU, I don't know how familiar you are with it, but there is a private server for PSU as well, called Clementine. That's how most people tend to play PSU now. Apologies if the gameplay does kind of stutter a little bit every so often. Just a weird thing with the emulation on this, it just seems to stutter every so often for some reason. Which is odd considering it's a DS game. Remember the pizza shop in the game with the pizza box frames? So happy when you got one with 4 slots. Yeah, that's the thing. The quick menu in PSO was literally 2 buttons and then just change weapon, and you could do it while you were moving. There's a quick item menu in this as well, but again, it's... You can do it this way, but you can't move while you're doing it. To be fair, the DS cart stutters when enemies spawn, fair enough. Maybe it's not an emulation thing, then. Maybe it's just PS0 being PS0. To to be fair though, I mean, for a DS game, I think it looks fine. I know obviously it's scaled up a lot at the minute for the stream, but even at the native resolution, it doesn't look terrible. Sega will make the remaster soon since I asked them. I've been dropping not very subtle hints to Sega on Twitter for months for a PSR remaster, and we're still nowhere near. It's not bad. Should have picked up back in the day. You went with the games PSP 2 for PSP. Yeah, it was the same for me. I went with a PSP instead. I didn't really have the money at the time to buy a DS and a PSP, so I went with the PSP. Still have a crazy backlog to work through. The wallpaper background to make it seem like on a movie set. Yeah, I love that you can just see like the flat background. But again, no, I mean, yeah, I suppose you've got to consider that if you're playing this normally, it'll be on a tiny little screen. So it probably wouldn't be an issue. It's blown up a lot at the minute, so... You didn't get far in it back in the day, still mess with it occasionally. Yeah, I mean, I've played... I think maybe 5 or 6 hours so far. And I've beaten... I'm trying how many bosses I've done now. I think I've done 4 bosses in total. Kind of. One of them's kind of mini, like a few mini bosses. I will say that all the boss fights so far have been pretty rough. Yeah, I can see the button. You thought the swamp boss was a nightmare? Was that the octopus? Because yes, I would agree. Yeah, exactly, at SGS one. Remember setting up tower runs over on Game Ethic years back in the day. Really wanted this to become as popular as PSO, but it just wasn't meant to be. I think maybe part of that was because of the DS, and I suppose it was, I guess it was kind of going to compete with PSP 2 as well, with them launching at a similar time. So in retrospect, really, it's not the brightest thing in the world to launch 2 Phantasy Star games to kind of compete with each other. Even though they are very, very different games. See no casts. Are there no casts in this game? There are casts. Oh god, this dragon. Yeah, casts are in the game. I'm also going to say this is probably the hardest dragon fight I've done in a Phantasy Star so far. It's Rathian. I suspect that as we've got a few level 40s, it won't last long. But I can assure you that when I soloed this, it took a while. It took 2 attempts. Yeah, it is a little bit like Espinas, actually, isn't it? Yeah. We need the paint, scribble, and PSO, if only. Also, yeah, much like PSO, don't let the dragon fall on it. He would last a lot longer normally. As I say, when I first did that, it took me 2 attempts to beat him. could have done, but I wanted to draw one. Dragon does hurt, yes. Dragon does confirm hurt. You wonder why the game never got much rep, maybe because the DS was not an online type console? Possibly. One of the slightly annoying things about this game is that when you come back to town, there's no way to actually heal yourself. The only way you can do it is to basically use monomets and stuff and then go and buy more. PSO1 needs a remaster for something. Had a DS when Phantasy Star 0 was out, didn't know about it, and you were crying for a PSO1-like game to play for your DS. It still kind of amazes me that Sega haven't even just re-released PSOBB. But if I think if they're going to, it'll be next year, because it'll be 25th anniversary of the original PSO. But have you tried the password machine in the sewer? I have seen the password machine. I don't know passwords. I know there is a photon drop shop down there as well, which I've been mainly using to get escape dolls. Minsk knows all the passwords. I mean, I'm not surprised. Also, yeah, yes, you can pet the cat. Does PSP2 have cats you can pet? Probably not. PSO remake with EP5 plays and the missing class combos. It would be cool to see those, you know, things like Hunium and Ranuel and things like that. Because if you've got the Book of Hunters, one of the old art books, it does actually have concept art for them in there. So they did plan on doing them originally and then just scrap them. Episode 3 is a built-in secondary mode. I'd love that. I know we got Line Strike in PSO2 NGS, but it's not quite the same. It's still fun, but it's not EP3. Cortana. No, it's a saber. I hate the animation for sabers. Walk up to NPCs and challenge them to card battles. Yeah, like Final Fantasy VIII. You play the heck out of a Ranium. Should really feed my mag as well, actually, because I keep forgetting to do it. So yeah, just like PSO, you can feed your mag. I think Vector is running solo at the moment, so shall I dip and he can join? I think you still need a remake though. If you want, we can. Do you want to do one more quest and then we can switch around? I wish to give a bit more support to OG PSO2. Yeah, it's kind of sad. I mean, PSO2 obviously you can still play it, but there's not really many new content or anything, so is it worth it? You doubt they'll bring back PSO? Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, it would be cool to see it, and it would be cool to see them acknowledge the 25th anniversary next year. The pessimist and skepticist in me thinks that they'll probably just do a scratch for NGS with the PSO costumes. Hopefully that is not the case. Yeah, we can do one more, then we switch around. Okay, so that was the dragon. That apparently is also the dragon. Let's do a different one. We can do this one. Not mentioning you have to download all of NGS just to play PSO2. Yeah, it's weird the way they do it with NGS and PSO2. I find it odd that you have to download NGS just to be able to play the original. It'd be nice if they were split off separately. Because not everyone who plays PSO2 likes NGS, and not everyone who likes NGS likes PSO2. Or for me, for example, I play NGS, but I've played a lot of Japanese PSO2, so I don't really have any desire to play original PSO2 again for now. So it'd be nice for me if I could, you know, I think for me I can just have NGS, but it'd be nice to have the other way around as well. You're starting to miss PSO2, keep listening to the OST. The OST is amazing. To be honest, OST has been a strong point of Phantasy Star pretty much since the start. Look at that, humor shifter. You would just like to remaster episode 3. I mean, I get it. I do kind of like in this how, like, the lack of a better word, how bouncy everyone is when they run. I don't think there is a better way to put that. Yeah, I know I've said before that the Wednesday stream is meant to be non-Phantasy Star, but recently there's just been a bit of a demand for playing some Phantasy Star games, so I thought we can deviate from it now and again. And to be fair, it's not like we're playing PSO. And also, once Monster Hunter Wilds comes out... yeah, Wednesday, yeah. Maybe I should rephrase it to not non-Phantasy Star, but non-PSO. Other Phantasy Star is valid. When you think about it, remaster 1, 2, and 4 for consoles and put 3 on mobile. I mean, that would work quite well, honestly, wouldn't it, having 3 on a mobile? The question is, will Monster Hunter eat in a PSO Sundays? I make no promises. Now, I will always try and keep at least one stream Phantasy Star, because I appreciate that's why most people start watching the channel. But we'll have to see how much I get hooked on Monster Hunter Wilds. You only had one friend really into PSO 1, rest of the people around you, the game was into Monster Hunter on PSP instead. Only really good at Monster Hunter now, because of 90-second fights on the mobile one. I've played a little bit of it's Monster Hunter now, isn't it? The mobile one. I've played a little bit of it. I don't mind it for what it is, but it's probably not something I'll stick with. I mean, it's essentially Pokemon Go, but Monster Hunter. You wouldn't want PSO on mobile would be filled with so much predatory monetization. I think episode 3 on mobile could work, just because the kind of game it is. But you know that if they did it, they would charge for things like card packs. Dark Falls is hiding. Yeah, from what people have told me, I think the boxes are different for everyone in Zero. Loot. Oh, I mean, you raise a good point. I mean, it is normal. I mean, the loot's not going to be brilliant, but... Whereabouts are you on the map? Let's have a look. Are you not far? Yeah, sure, I'll come for some loot. Thought we were going to clear the map before boss. Yeah, we just kind of ended up at the boss really early. You love the low polygon dragonflies. I mean, I think everything is low polygon here. F3 can work having something similar to Pokemon Pocket or Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. I think card games can kind of work with monetization to an extent. Not that I'm saying I want an episode 3 with monetization, but, you know, I mean, it's been proven that card games can make a lot of money from that. Oops, someone leveled. You are greedy. You turn the fog off. I'm here for the authentic PSO Central Control Area experience. You got it to work on a DS, you're impressed. Yeah, I think, like I say, for a DS game, it is pretty impressive what they actually managed to get working. So I was doing online fee like they used to do with PSO, so don't see it making enough money to convince the stockholders to greenlight a remake. Yeah, I think it would be a very niche release, I think. I mean, to be fair, for PSO, I mean, I know people have talked about the remasters and so on. For me, I'm not really too bothered either way. If they do remaster it, cool. If they don't, I'll just keep playing Affinia. Yeah, we've always got options to actually play PSO, so it's not like we desperately need a remaster. But if Sega want to do it, cool. Also, since PSO2 and NGS are free to play, not sure people would be willing to pay a fee for an older game. I think subscription fees for online games were a thing that worked a lot better in years gone by. I think it's a lot harder to justify now. I really don't like enemies in this that kind of fly around or move around a lot, because with daggers I have basically no range. Walk straight into that. There's just a switch up there anyway, that's fine. Yeah, zoo at home. Zoo, please. That's the problem when you play PSO, you just compare everything to PSO. Like how he's never telling me about the heat traps, the one that I just walked into. Works when you're one of the big boys like Final Fantasy 14 or World of Warcraft. Yeah, I totally agree. I think if you're in an MMO that's been going for years and selling millions of copies, then yeah, you can probably do it. PSO, probably not. FF11 is meme status on how hard it is to install and create an account. I only played a little bit of Final Fantasy 11 and I could never really get into it. To be honest, it was kind of the same with 14 as well. I played, I've said this before, but I basically played 14 during version 1.0. Went back and tried a little bit of Realm Reborn, but could never really get back into it again. You love 11? I played very, very little of it because a lot of my friends didn't play it at the time, so... Our humour appears to be vibrating. There you go. I love that. Alright, yeah, so when you start with a Newman, this is your first boss and it's the most irritating thing I've ever fought. You're always vibrating. That Fortnite works quite well in him, actually. At least the bosses do feel unique, at least, though. I will say that the hitboxes on this guy are very weird. I could use a gun, but that would involve me going into my not-so-quick menu, equipping a gun, during all of which I can't move. It feels very sort of clunky and awkward to change weapons. Yeah, the menu is very slow. It's essentially the opposite of a quick menu. Yeah, there is. So there is a way you can sort of quick swap, but it's not as quick as PSO though. Yeah, so I showed this a bit earlier, but you basically hold the right bumper, or R I guess, and press start. That brings that menu up. You can then choose your weapon and change weapon from there, but you can't move while you're doing it, and you have to go through all those menus to do it. The reason I've played F11 is because retail servers are too hard to create an account, and most private servers emulate a more old school version of F11 that isn't very beginner or solo friendly, and you're normally more of a solo player. Yeah, that's totally fair. The slightly weird thing is that when you've done a quest, you have to report your quest in to get the money. Which is a bit weird, but you get used to it after a while. Yeah, I mean, I guess you have to do it on PSO, but I suppose on PSO, when you typically report a quest, you do it as you're exiting the lobby, so it kind of makes sense. I guess it is kind of similar in this, but I think because in PSO, you basically hand the quest in and then get dumped out the lobby anywhere. I think the other reason is because I'm comparing it to things like PSP2, where PSP2, as soon as you complete the quest, you get the money. Again, they are very, very different games, really, PSP2 and Zero, considering that we launched at similar times. They've gone in two completely different directions, really. It does kind of feel like Zero went more towards PSO, and obviously PSP2 was much more closely aligned with PSU. I like how nearly all the gear I'm getting is force gear. Yeah, so I guess we can maybe switch around if anyone else wants to be in, so we can rotate around. So maybe try and do maybe 2 quests with each run. The visual chat thing where you actually write things and draw things is quite charming. I do like that. I guess they were just trying to use some of the features of the DS. You know, it's like how can we involve the touch screen? So what I'll do is I will make another lobby, and again, just whoever's the first 4 to get in. Forming a second party as well, killing you. Oh, fair enough. Right, so that lobby is open. Might be 1 or 2 repeat people that come in, but as long as we're rotating around enough, I don't mind. Just while waiting for people to come in, there should be hopefully a Monster Hunter video going up. I think it's probably going to be Friday that it goes up. No, Vector's in. I love that the name is Regal. So I'm going to assume that's a phonium. It is very fancy. I mean, phoniums have always been, you know, they've always been fancy, even in PSO. I think that they've definitely stepped up the swag. Two out of 4 on both. Yeah, I'll leave it up a bit longer if anyone else wants to join. Hello. Can you join if you create a character real quick? Yeah, so all you would need is my friend code, which I can get you in a second if you didn't get it. And then you should just be able to add me, as far as I know. Yeah, just give me a second now, we'll get you my friend code. Oh, we have to add each other, okay. I mean, what I could do is I could quit this lobby. Yeah, maybe that's another way of doing it. So if I quit out this lobby and you send your friend code, then obviously I can add you on there and then I can give you my friend code. I will just say though, for the next lobby, just make sure that Vector gets in, because obviously you got in this one, so you will get in, Vector, don't worry. What I'll do is I'll send my friend code to YouTube and to Twitch as well, so if anyone else wants to add it, feel free. The only downside with this game, because it's Nintendo, obviously, Nintendo love their friend codes. Fastest way to farm gallon points for a wall in BB. I would personally do the... It depends, so do you have access to a turbo controller? Because if you do the button mashing game and use a turbo controller for it, honestly. If you don't have a turbo controller, either the button mashing game or the timing game, they're the only real options of getting gallons points anywhere. I tend to use the button mashing one because I do have a turbo controller. It just makes it far less painful. Yeah, so my lobby will go back up in a minute. I'm just waiting to get our friend code, and then once I've got that added, should be able to get in the game. Yeah, blame Nintendo. Since BB has mouse and keyboard controls, would a mouse macro work? I'm not sure. You'd probably have to look into, if you're on Affinia, you'd probably have to look into and see if they allow macros. I can't remember what their rules are for macros now. I just don't want to suggest something and then get you banned. Yeah, maybe just look up and see if they do allow them. I know they typically don't like using turbo controllers, but I think for the Gallon Shop for the button mashing game, I don't really see any harm in doing it for that. Yeah, my friend code's just on the screen there as well if anyone wants to add it. In 2 hours, you get the points with the time minigame. Yeah, so, I mean, if you don't have a turbo control, that's the other way of doing it. It is a long process, though, and it is not fun. I suppose the good thing is it's a one-time thing, unless you make another Ranger. Yeah, we'll get started in a sec. At least the music's good. My room's not up at the minute, PK. Yeah, no worries, Costa. Yeah, if you're okay dropping your friend code in the chat, just do that. Then what I'll do is I'll add you on here. I hope my shitty notebook doesn't slow down your games. It should be fine. I can't imagine the system specs are very high for a DS game. I think just while waiting, I think the plan for Sunday's stream, I think probably do some PSU. Kind of feel like playing PSU a little bit, so we'll probably do that on Sunday. Then the following Wednesday will obviously be going back to Phantasy Star 1 again. Doing a bit more of the story in that. Yeah, you can still do multiplayer on this. It's just it's a little bit awkward just because Nintendo friend codes, etc. Only DS emulation is kind of jank. 3DS works fine. That's so weird. Do you have your friend code, Costa? Add an FC right now, okay. If you can just post your code in chat as well, and then I can add it because we have to both add each other apparently. Again, blame Nintendo. Yeah, my game isn't up yet. I'm waiting for Costa to post the friend code. Once we've got that, then I can get the game set up. Yeah, it should be in a minute, hopefully. If it's not in the next couple of minutes, we'll probably just have to go on. Ah, cheers for that. Maybe leave a screenshot of the friend code on the stream layout. But the problem is, I mean, I guess I could maybe put over the Phantasy Star logo, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, give me a second and I can try and sort that for you. Just 2 seconds and I will get that sorted. Stream probably freeze for a couple of seconds just while I screenshot this, but yeah, no worries. Yeah, unfortunately nothing will fit well, but this'll do. Professional streamer, of course. Hopefully that'll work. Now you know what I have to deal with. Yeah, so once I open the room, you'll be able to join it. I'm just sorting this out just so it doesn't look absolutely terrible. I mean, it still does look terrible, but you can see the friend code, that'll do. If I had time to sort it. it would look better, but that will do for now. I think I added yours already, Pika. Let me know if you have any problems joining though. So party should now be open. You got a notification code and stuff. HUD kind of reminds you of the Bombman games. I mean, it's a very colourful HUD for sure. It was notifying you that I came online. Love the hairstyle change. Alright, Pigger Woods in. Absolute art. There won't necessarily be a notification, you just need to try joining the party. So if you go into, I think if you go into friends and then go join party. When you try to join, it only gives you the option to delete the friend code. Yeah, I'm wondering if you're going in the wrong part. Yeah, this is the slight issue with trying to do multiplayer on a DS game. That's what, nearly 20-year-old. I'm not sure why it's only giving me the option to delete the friend code. It's not like we're trying to do a higher difficulty or anything, because it's just normal, so I'm not sure what else I can suggest, really. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, you normally select your character, then choose say Wi-Fi connect and then join friends, and then usually the games come up. Still the same. Yeah, I'm not sure what else I can suggest, really. I mean, you see it's all open. And there is still a space left. I'll give it a minute or so, and we'll probably have to start soon, I think. Yeah, it does have a specific DNS that you need to enter. I like how Twitch just stopped that message. So I've got the DNS here. Yeah, I'm guessing Twitch sees it as a link. Yeah, sorry about the wait, guys. Hello, chat. Patio 3 got a 3-person puzzle. So hopefully once you put our DNS in, then it should connect, hopefully. Yeah, if only. This is what boredom does to you. It was an Among Us character, apparently. Still not working? Yeah, we might have to leave it there for now then. I can look into it after stream, see if there's anything else we can do. I've generally got no idea why it's not working if you're using the right DNS and everything. Yeah, no worries, Costa. We can try it next time. I mean, if you're on the Discord, we do play it a bit off stream as well, so we can try and sort of diagnose things. No worries. Yeah, sorry we couldn't get it working for you. So just quickly then, so we do have a full slot free. Yeah, there's a link to the Discord as well if you need it. So yeah, we'll just get started then. I think we'll just go with the 3 for now. Yeah, sorry we couldn't get that working. I'm really not sure what the problem with it is. I mean, every PS0 game starts with a dance. Yeah, I know that there's been a couple of people who have had a couple of issues with getting this working. Where the hell is our portable PSO for this console's current generation? All I need to do is release it on Switch. Just release a Phantasy Star on Switch. Switch 2 will be fine as well whenever that comes out, but I'd even take the Switch 1 game at this point. Is this the Phantasy Star with the really good Megas? I'm not sure, I've never tried forcing this. I'll make a game now, otherwise we are just going to dance for the rest of the stream. So that is another one with the marsh guy. We can do the snowfield, I guess. It's only one side difficulty, so hopefully it'll be okay. Literally unable to play PSO BB because there's no PA spam. Have you played PSU mode? Oh, someone needs to accept a quest reward. It might be me, actually. It's probably me. Actually, no, it isn't me. Love taking you on this game. Megid bunched the enemies and demolished them with a stairway to heaven fort on art. Megid is busted, okay. Yeah, so far in this, I have very little experience of Phantasy Star Zero as much as I've played PSO. The only class I've played in this so far is Honeywell. I love the bright green afro. Yeah, it's quite an interesting combat system in this. It's obviously very, very simple for the DS, but I do appreciate that they added in Fort and Arts as well. Character with an afro would be looking like a Pokemon Colosseum character. Oh god, these guys. It's not Hildebears. Just rolled straight into that one. I like how Factor's just getting power leveled. It is strange that all these are treated as one side difficulty when this is blatantly harder than the previous quest. The game has a unique chain system where every full combo adds one to the chain count until someone in the party fails. Yeah, there is definitely a chain system. I've seen it pop up a few times. I wasn't sure exactly how it worked in PS0 though. It's like PSO meets Kingdom Hearts. Mrs. Game, wish it sold millions so a sequel would be a sure thing. Travesty we never got a 3DS sequel. Yeah, I do wonder why it was just a one and done thing with Zero. Man, I mean, think of the timing though. I mean, realistically, well, in the West we got Zero, we got Phantasy Star Portable 2. Then we never got Infinity outside of Japan. So maybe it was about the time when Sega were maybe starting to lose confidence in Phantasy Star in the West. That's the only reason I'm thinking of. It's been years since you played this. Yeah, I'd never played it until I did that video on my channel a few months back. My brother did have it when he was younger, but I never tried it. I was more of a player of PSP 2 instead at the time. Infinity is really fun, yeah. Honestly, next to PSO, Infinity is probably my favourite Phantasy Star. PSO will always be my favourite, obviously, but I think Infinity is very close. You narrow it down to Sega losing confidence in NA entirely. Yeah, potentially. I mean, Sega did go through this period, didn't they, where they just kind of almost didn't exist in the West. We got very little in the way of Sega games. I think now we're in like a bit of a resurgence with Sega, where we do seem to be getting more Sega games again, and they do seem to be doing better overall. You know, games like obviously the Yakuza games and Sonic Frontiers as well. I think they've sort of re-established some confidence in Sega. Maybe the new Sonic and Shadow generations as well, actually. There was a Phantasy Star on Vita as well. That is one of the only other Phantasy Star games I've never tried. It was Phantasy Star Nova, I think it was called. I think that was Japan only as well. I could be wrong, but I think it was Japan only. Yeah, I never tried Nova. It looked quite interesting from what I've seen of it, but yeah, never got to try it myself. Nova is supposed to have a really good story, but the translation patch doesn't work in emulators. Oof. If we're really lucky, we'll get the PSO equivalent to the Shadow the Hedgehog game. At this point for Phantasy Star, I would just take whatever you can get. Those traps have huge range. I'm looking tree. I'm not really sure how that didn't hit me, but I'll take it. Maybe some iframes after the dive roll. These normie gamers with shit taste need to put more respect to the Phantasy Star name. Oh, our phonium seems to have perished. I got you. I mean, I've talked about this loads of times, but you know, PSO was absolutely revolutionary. You know, there will never be another first online console RPG. We do have 2 switches, by the way, so we could go north if you want to. Nova is cool, has a more Monster Hunter-like gear progression system and big monsters to fight, but still plays mostly like PSO 2. Okay. I mean, I can't remember a lot about Nova, but was Nova the one where you could kind of grapple onto monsters? Yeah, these guys were not fun in story when I had to fight a few of them at once. It's like you dive roll away from the traps and they still hit you. Kinda, there's a new weapon type that makes platforms you jump onto to reach the weak points. Okay. I have no idea why those big guys just make like an exploding noise when they die. Online game market may not have been what it is without PSO. But yeah, for sure. I mean, its impact is massive on gaming in general. I had a feeling that might have been a time switch. The explosion noise did sound like it was from Pokemon Red and Blue, didn't it? Remember trying to farm Alice Olivia in this stage for 6 hours straight. Are they the switches? I think. I don't really know what's going on over there, but they look like they're having fun. It was probably a better way of doing that. Oh, we're actually going this way, fair enough. I know we already got the boss portal, but if you want to explore more, that's fine. You missed the Gen 1 Hyper Beam sound and animation. Was that in Red and Blue? I think, was that the one where the screen kind of like kind of inverted the colours on the screen? I'm sure I remember that for Hyper Beam. Remember bought a DS with Wi-Fi adapter on eBay just so you could play this last year. Gen 1 Hyper Beam was so cool. I love how broken Gen 1 Pokemon was, but I love it. There's freeze traps everywhere in this stage. I mean, it kind of makes sense with it being Snowfield, but... Doesn't the Wi-Fi adapter for the DS require the usage of a VM with Windows XP to work? I've got no idea. I'm not sure. And like I said, I never had a DS back in the day for some reason. I had a 3DS for a while, but never had an original DS. Feels like Gen 1 Surf. I have a massive fondness for the very first Pokemon games. I love Red and Blue. You can use a Wi-Fi hotspot on your phone unsecured. Depends how safe you feel around you though, yeah. That is the downside. Daggers basically have no range whatsoever. I have to be like basically inside the monster to hit it. Hey, level up, cool. You got a seizure from Doom Eternal once. I think the worst I've ever had is from VR games. I get motion sick with some VR games, but that's about the worst I get. The only thing that ever hurt my eyes was the original screensaver scene from Incredibles 2. Oh, our phonium is down again. I'll be with you momentarily. Look at this dude doing combos. He's back. Yeah, I can't imagine getting seizures from games. It must be really rough having that. So we do have 2 switches if you want to go this way. That friendly snowman over there. There was a map I did on this earlier on in the story where there was these enemies that were basically boxes with enemies inside them, which were very weird. One of my quests had a switch inside the snowman that spawned 2 yellow boxes. Yeah, it did spawn a yellow box. First time I saw boomers in this game, did it excite you? I haven't actually seen the boomers yet, actually. I've been told that there are boomers in the game, but I haven't seen them yet. I saw the enemies here that are a bit like Hildebears. You seen Rappies? Yeah, again, I've been told there's Rappies in it as well, but I haven't actually run into them yet. As long as there's no Del Depths or Sinosaurs. Or anything from Tower. As in PSO Tower. Does he know? I haven't seen a single Rappy, Boomer, Rare Room, Arena, Cake, Shop multiplayer. I wonder if it's single player only. The only thing I saw, I don't know if they're rare or not, is those box enemies that I mentioned, the ones where it's like a little enemy hiding inside a box. There was some that I saw that were in a gold box that gave loads more experience. I don't know if they're a rare spawn. But they seem to give way more experience than the normal ones. They're normal enemies, okay. It's just odd they gave so much more experience. It's a rare spawn. The rare zoo is an obese zoo. White shadow enemies are also rare spawns. Okay. They're basically buffed up versions. Ah, here we go. Here's the boss portal. Bite-sized PSO and a handheld within 64 graphics will always be your favourite DS game. I can see why this would be someone's favourite DS game. I mean, it is really charming, honestly. I do really like it. Yes, this is the same as it was in the story, so it's just a lot of these guys. Quite a bit of range on that Fortnite. It's actually quite useful. Yep, someone leveled. I love the stutter when enemies spawn. I will say that in this there seems to be almost no invulnerability window between damage. Seems like you can get hit several times quite quickly. You don't hop on, but you only have level 38 raycast. That's fine. I mean, people have just been using whatever they've got. And what we can do is after this run, then we can switch it over because we've got a spare space in this one anyway. Don't walk away from me when I'm trying to hit you. I have no range whatsoever. You'd also be down to make a new character. It's entirely up to you, yeah. The days when Hildies were bosses instead of big fodder. I mean, really, yeah, I mean, even in PSO, I know they are kind of normal enemies, but when you first go through Forest in PSO or in challenge mode, like, they are a little bit scary. Obviously, later on, you just decimate them, but early in the game, they are actually a little bit scary. Hey, nice one. Your party swapping after this run, we just finished 2. I think what I'll do is, yeah, I'll make a new party and anyone can just join in. So if you've already been in, you can still join because I know we've only done like 1 quest with this party. But we can just open it up and just whoever gets in, gets in. There isn't really a particularly fair way of doing it. It's just kind of like a trust thing. Like, you want to get in, get in. Nothing is scarier than being a force with only a low level for you and normal difficulty facing a hill to bat. When I was starting out on my Hunuel and PSO, there was a rare Rappy spawn that was almost impossible to kill because I was level 4. I can imagine, yeah, with Hunuel accuracy at low level, yeah. Yeah, Hunuel and PSO is kind of blind. They're not too bad in this, actually. I seem to get tons of guns and tech weapons, which is not particularly useful for me. Want a dagger? So the one I'm using at the minute is... I'm using a Dio Ripper at the minute. I'm guessing that was like the notification for someone logging on. You've got a heat deal. Yeah, and try it. I think we have to go in here, don't we, to go to the trade counter. Then just go to item trade, I think. Yeah, so Kilnias made a hard difficulty party, so if you're a bit higher level, there should be a party there for hard. Oh, thanks for that. Yep, so I will quit that game there, and then I will make another party. And whoever wants to get in can get in. Your math is kind of off. And killing that team has one slot for anyone level 30 or higher. That filled up fast. Okay, there's another party up there, so anyone who wants to do normal can feel free to join this one. Friend code's just on the screen. Yeah, the lobby music's not bad. I do really like the music in this, actually. It's quite good. TDF. Alright, so we've got 3 out of 4 here. saw it. I can see it. So I'll give it a minute or so, just see if we can get a fourth. If not, I'll just start it. It's kind of funny. I think this is running about upscaled about 10 times at the minute, so that's why it looks a bit better. These guys are all, let's do the last boss on hard. Alright, so last call for normal. Yeah, am I right in thinking that there's not that many bosses in the game? I'm not sure how long it is. I mean, I've only been playing about 6 hours or so in story, and I've done about 4 bosses. And one of them wasn't actually a boss, it was just a couple of normal enemies. It's like 4. Alright, looks like we're probably gonna have 3, I think, so I will start the party. Happy you joined when it was full and dodged that bullet after yesterday. Started playing PSO, find your content when you're looking for resources. Oh, cool. Hope it's useful for you. Yeah, I will keep doing Phantasy Star PSO videos for as long as I can, so hopefully find them useful. I am much less experienced with this. You would join, just don't know how to get it up and running with multiplayer. It is, I mean, it's not the hardest thing in the world, but there is a bit of nuance to it. You know, you need to know the DNS server and everything for it. We do have a Discord though, so if you want to join the Discord, there is some instructions on there that have been posted how to join it. I think if you watch on YouTube, I think there should be the link to the Discord in the video description. Alright, I think we're about ready. Let's see what else we got. Oh, there is that drill boss again. I mean, I guess we can try it. I don't know how this will go because this boss is a bit of a pain. And I've said that about basically every boss in the game, but this one genuinely frustrated me. Does PSO2 line up with the original? Because a lot of people say it sucks, especially a friend of mine who got me at the series. I think so. PSO2, it's weird because there's like actually 2 games of PSO2. So there's PSO2 and there's PSO2 New Genesis. Basically in PSO2, I think most people do like. New Genesis has very mixed opinions. That's putting it mildly. I don't mind it. I think it's fine. I don't think it's fantastic, but I think it's playable. Some people really don't like it though, which is totally fair. Yeah, these robot guys with daggers are a nightmare because they just keep moving. Every time you go to hit them, they move. Sometimes they'll just do that forever. Like the Humar's sword. It looks quite cool actually, that, yeah. I quite like the design of that. But yeah, as for where the PS2 lands up with the original, it takes place in a different, it's like a different system and everything for PSO2, so it doesn't directly link to PSO. So you don't need to have played PSO to understand PSO2. I mean, there's a few, you know, there's a couple of like recurring enemies, but that's about it. Yeah, also don't do what I did and don't stand in front of these and press them. In my Discord or the PS0 Discord. So in my Discord, we've got a section called Miscellaneous Phantasy Star, and there is some instructions in there. You might have to scroll through it a bit, but there is some instructions in there how to get access to this online. The PSO2 NGS and did the first main boss. Like, man, don't know if I can do episode 2 or whatever it's called unless you grind some. Yeah, no worries, LGP, yeah. No, good to see you. Hope you have a good rest of the week. Yeah, so if you're doing NGS story, it's generally not too difficult. If you are struggling with it, but you can normally tell if you're ready for it because NGS uses a thing called battle power, and if you've got enough battle power, you're probably about ready to do it. Your battle power increases as you sort of equip better gear and so on and level up. Battle power is an annoying gatekeeper mechanic. I think one of the reasons that they have battle power in NGS is because one of the problems with PSO2 was quite a lot of people would just go into quests with the bare minimum gear and would basically get carried. So I think it was trying to stop people getting carried through quests. I agree though that it isn't the best implementation of how to solve that. You'd rather suffer than be told no. The thing is, really, I mean, they didn't really need the battle power in my opinion because there was a mechanic in NGS anyway that would prevent people from, you know, leeching experience too much anyway. The way it worked was if you were so many levels under the monsters, you would do virtually no damage and you get no experience. I don't know if that's still the case in NGS or not though, or if they've relaxed it. Can I even hit you there? No, I can't. So I guess I'm just going to spam... Oh, he's moved. That's okay. Sega telling us how to play it. Leeching experience is an online game staple. I mean, it hasn't really solved the problem anywhere, because there are some quests in NGS, like some of the limited quests, where people will literally just idle in the middle of the quest and we'll just get all the experience at the end. So it doesn't stop that. Yeah, and just to me, it almost feels like a bit of an experiment of what they can try and what works and what doesn't. It does succeed in some areas, but there are some elements of NGS that I think really need to go away and not come back. One thing I really don't like in NGS is the grinding system. The whole grinding system and fixing and everything, it is simplified from PSO2 base, but the grinding is, well, it's grindy. There's no other way of putting it. They haven't fixed it because I've seen people sit in Dex and Medias leeching experience. Yeah, exactly. All people do now is they get enough battle power to get in the area and then just idle anywhere. And really, in NGS, as long as you're relatively near some of the mobs, you'll get experience. But yeah, the grinding system in NGS for weapons and armor is just horrible at the minute. Stuff grinds to plus 60 pretty quickly, but after 60 it just slows to a halt. You just need so many items to actually get things to max grind. I like how all it did is unlock a trap. Fair enough. The thing is, like, it's not like it takes a lot of effort in NGS to actually level. So it's not a game where you level up slowly. You can literally go to like Dex base, play for an hour or so, and you can probably hit the cap, I reckon, pretty quickly. You know, probably within a couple of hours. Yeah, NGS does have some problems for sure. I get why a lot of people don't like it. I still think it's fun enough to play quite casually though. It's certainly not a game I would really spend a lot of time grinding for stuff in though. I'd rather do that in PSO. Not to mention they give you an experience to cap ticket anyway for one class. Yeah, there was like 100 million experience tickets, wasn't there? I tested that actually. I had a character that had a level 1 class, and I used that ticket on her without fighting any enemies, and she went from level 1 to level 86. Can't find your Wi-Fi adapter. Oh, I hope you find it. I mean, I'm going to assume this is the drill guy. I kind of hope it isn't, but it probably is. You know what? That might not be a bad idea, actually, using a gun for this. I have a decent one. Not really. It's Drill Guy. Yeah, I can't stand this boss. I've just done it in story and it was... Oh, it's so annoying. I know that if you get this part to fly into one of the corner parts, it I know it gets kind of stunned for a bit. But the part that it exposes doesn't really seem weak to melee, so... It also hits very hard. Evil Voltron. Also, yeah, if you go into the hole that it drills, you get slowed. This part also likes to fly outside the bounds of the arena sometimes as well. Yeah, doing this single player was a little bit annoying because you do have NPCs with you, but they died more or less instantly. Zeus syndrome. It is basically like fighting Zeus in PSO, yeah. Wait till you get to the last boss, Pac Moons. Can't wait for that. So you see that part's kind of got stuck there. But the engine part at the back just doesn't really take that much damage. Not really sure what shot me there, but okay. That's the other thing I don't like about NGS limit of 5 moons and stars. Yeah, that kind of differs for every Phantasy Star, honestly. I could be wrong, but I think it might be possible 5 limit in this. I remember now. Yeah, it's 5 limit in this as well. The way the items are in ingest is a bit weird anyway. I mean, in ingest you've got the it's like the signs, isn't it? So you have the rest of signs and the reverse signs. Final dungeon in this game is kind of ridiculous in length. Kind of remember doing it at the start of a family outing and finishing it when your family was going home. I feel the hitbox on the drill hole is a bit weird. Sometimes you get hit when you're standing outside it. Yeah, I think the bosses, I think out of all the things in Zero, I think the bosses are one of the things I'm most divided on, really. So far, I've got very mixed opinions of the bosses. But at least they are all unique. I will give it that. Yeah, I don't know what the best strat is for this guy, really. I know that you can get hard stuck if you get them to fly into the corner parts, but it doesn't really seem to help you a great deal. I feel like the bosses were made for characters faster than the ones we have. It kind of feels like that to me sometimes, yeah. And particularly this part here that does the shots. When it kind of dashes and then shoots back quickly like that, it feels like that's designed to be countered by something way faster than you have. I love your very polite way of saying some of these bosses suck ass. This one, I would say, yeah, I really don't like this one. Especially when it does things like that and just goes outside the bounds of the level. I get you can still hit it with a ranged weapon, but if you don't play Elden Ring, bosses are rough. There we go. We've got a good hit on the Fortnite out there, at least. This boss is like Durrell there, where multiple hit spells, weapons, and Fortnite shine. Fair enough. Do I have... I think I do have a sword, actually. If this dude would leave me alone. Let's try a sword. Yeah, that seems to work a little bit better. Just had about all the issues I find in games. Tried changing DNS several times, connecting again during the party swap to see if it would make a difference, but no. Yeah, I genuinely have no idea what the problem is with it. feel like if you can hit the aerial bit, it does seem to do a lot of damage, but it's just getting hits on it. Getting some pretty big hits in, but yeah. Ah, nice one. It all seems to take forever, that guy. You can ask for help on the DS Homebrew Discord. You're waiting for someone to respond. We managed the final boss, but at what cost? Love the wand Fortin art. Yeah, I need to try some of the classes on this at some point. I know that Hunuel can use some tech weapons, but I haven't tried them. Many moons and stars were lost this day. It would be nice if you could check the stats of your weapons. Oh, you can actually. That does help, actually. Super hard soon. Not so soon, but soon. I do like that they even went to the effort of making you be able to pet the cat. I'm easily amused. Can pet a cat, best game. Yeah, exactly. There's a title for petting all the cats in the city. I don't need a reason to pet the cats. Bazookas kind of suck in this game. I've not tried them. Actually, I do need to go to the little underground store because I could do with a couple more escape dolls. Missed most of the stream because of work. Have to watch the VOD because I never got to see what online play was like for this game. Yeah, I mean, so far it's been pretty interesting, honestly. It is quite fun. You're going to open a new room? I can do, if people want to. When I played solo on the DS. This is almost my first time playing. I did a video a few months back where I played it for the first time. Since then, I've only played a couple of hours. So I'm very new to this. I played PSO a lot, but never Phantasy Star Zero. It's been interesting sort of picking this up and seeing what's similar to PSO and what isn't. It terrifies me when you exit and it asks, do you want to save? I'm sure there's another cat down here somewhere. Yeah, there is. This NPC gives me serious Sue vibes from PSO. You'll join Vector. Oh, fair enough. I'll make a new one in a sec then. Where is this place? So you have to get so far in the story. I can't remember when it unlocked for me. They'll mention that there's like an underground black market that buys photon drops. I can't remember how far you have to get now. But to get to it, there's like a manhole cover. And you'll be able to interact with it and you go down there. I think it's after the first 3 areas. Okay. That sounds about right to me, yeah. Let's go to the sewer, everyone. I really need to look into things like the synthesizing in this as well, because it's not really something I've looked into. And materials as well. I need to figure out what the best material plans and everything are. That's how you know it's getting serious, when you start looking at material plans. There's also this machine that takes passwords, but I have no idea what the passwords are. Watch the Zero video, the saber was not treating me well. That was honestly, I was struggling with Zero after that video because I was thinking, I don't know if I can get into this game. But a lot of it was just the saber moves that I just don't like. I'm using daggers now mainly, and they seem a lot better. Yeah, pick it. The manhole cover is just here if you need access to it. But yeah, I think you have to beat maybe the 3rd area. So what I'll do is I'll make I'll make one more maybe, and then we'll do a run or 2. Yes, I played about 7.5 hours in total. So certainly not very experienced with the game, still learning a lot. Is a Nintendo Wi-Fi connection or wireless play? I think this is done through Nintendo Wireless, I think. I want to say. But there's a few things you have to do, so there's like a specific DNS server you have to set it up to connect to. Oh, you went through the process. Says the Nintendo service is down. I'm guessing there must be something else you maybe have to set up. Stuff's expensive, 50 PDs for a level 14 gun. I mean, you do seem to get 14 drops fairly often in this. It seems, from what I've seen so far, it seems like most of the yellow boxes seem to have 14 drops or escape dolls in them. So what I can do is I can open another one. Oh, there you go. It looks like Matt's got you pretty covered. It is quite easy to set up the multiplayer, and overall, the only downside is obviously the reliance on the friend codes, but that's a Nintendo thing. Yeah, I had that issue as well, so I had to delete a lot of the options in the emulator. And it's up to you, Pika. If there's anyone else that wants to join, feel free, but otherwise, Pika can join. Oh, it's McKintree joining, okay. I did add your friend code McKintree as well, so it should work, hopefully. Nice character select music. Yeah, I really like it, actually. All the music in this game is fantastic. From what I've heard so far, it seems to have a really solid soundtrack. Especially since they had to code the audio. Mind blowing. Gonna eat and watch stream now, I know where he's Drac. Able to get into the menu, but it can't pick you up on the friend list. We had someone with this problem a bit earlier as well, and I'm not sure what the issue is. Union was very fun. It does seem to be a little bit hit or miss whether people can get in, which is odd. Because I've added everyone as a friend with friend codes. Ah, there we go. Humor represent. It's probably the most humor you'll ever see in a Phantasy Star game. Hi, chat. I mean, what other games are... I mean, I suppose humor is only like a PSO and PS0 thing, really, isn't it? Because they kind of generalised it in the other games. Humor in my... I was going to say, do you mean PSO? But I mean, you could mean POS. The rest of the game is pick a skin. Yeah, I mean, PSU is... I know PSU does have sort of racial statistics, so different races do have different stats to an extent, but you can still kind of make things work, apart from maybe forecasts don't work that well. Don't tell the playable that. Yeah, I mean, Ash is technically an NGS, but I mean that the class isn't called Humor outside of PSO and PSZ, I guess. Yeah, drawing in chat is getting better. That's great to hear. I've already gone for the cats, Minsk. I have petted the cats quite a few times. That was synchronized, yeah. I don't know how we managed that. I don't know if it's automatic or if we just got lucky. So unfortunately, I haven't got any bosses beyond what we've done so far, so we are going to be kind of repeating stuff a bit now. I really don't want to do the drill guy again. I was going to say, does anyone have any preference? So we can do either the octopus or we can do the dragon. Kilnyaf wants us to do the dragon. Vector wants to do the octopus. Squidward. I mean, we can do Squidward again if you want to. We've got another vote for octopus. Drill. Oh, I love that. Absolute artists on this. But I guess we're doing octopus then. We'll do the other quest though. I'm assuming it's still the octopus. Oh, someone needs to accept their quest rewards. Done. Just like PSO where you could steal every... The other squid was better? You think so? I mean, that one looked more like Squidward. You'd have to pixel by pixel copy over the pixel art from your DS copy. I'm going to assume that people probably did some crazy stuff with the drawing, because normally when you allow stuff like this, people do absolutely crazy stuff. Minsk has a collection of them on his game, including a set archiver. Sus. Amogos. tried your best with the Squidward art. That's all we can ask. You screw the rules, I have money. Another vote for Squidward. Yeah, Squidward seems really popular. That seemed very generous having 2 healing traps. You made the Squidward one, Pika made the other one. The one with the wiggly tentacles gave you Zoidberg vibes, so you approve. I used to love watching Futurama. Yeah, I always thought Futurama was a lot better than The Simpsons, personally. Well, that's rude. Never gotten The Simpsons. I mean, I don't mind some of the earlier Simpsons. Like, if it's on TV, I'll maybe watch it, but I wouldn't go out of my way to watch it, though. Blasphemy, but also same. You've also never seen South Park? I'm surprised at that, honestly. I don't mind that. It was kind of hard to avoid South Park for a while, honestly. You know you have Phoenix Wright objection on your DS. That one you opened an image editor and modified it to fit the PSO chat space. Speaking of the Phoenix Wright games, that is another game I absolutely love. I've got the Ace Attorney trilogy on Steam. I love that. Ace Attorney, yes, Phoenix Wright owns Apollo Justice. I never tried the Apollo Justice games. I know there's the Edgeworth one that launched recently as well, isn't there? I think, is it a remake or a remaster or something of the Edgeworth games? Never tried those either. But I've played the original 3 Phoenix Wright. You love Phoenix Wright, but you only played the trilogy plus Apollo and the first Edgeworth one. Also, again, there are more games that have absolutely amazing soundtracks as well. Music in the Phoenix Wright games is so underrated. Played until the first Apollo, it's fun, only that minigame's annoying. Yeah, I mean, I found that they kept adding little minigames to it, which I think did detract from it a little bit. I mean, my favourite will always be the first one. The first Phoenix Wright game. Honestly, particularly some of the later cases in the first game. I love how complicated they get towards the end. You started with the second Phoenix, right? Okay. Yeah, I always forget that you can grind armor in this. I haven't really looked into how the grinding works exactly. I know people did explain it. I think was it that you use different grinders for different rarities or something. If you like Turnabout Circus, you're a psychopath. The circus one I did not like, no. Gumshoe is a mood, yeah, he is. I seem to remember liking the... I mean, obviously, the Steel Samurai one is quite cool. I actually really like the case in the first game as well. I think it's the one that was added... I don't know if it was a DLC or something that was added later. It's the one where you're trying to defend Lana Sky. Is it a ladder or a step ladder? That's how you know if someone's played a Phoenix Wright game, really, isn't it? You love how after the Steel Samurai one, it's Maya's ringtone. Yeah, yeah. Use tri-grinders and higher star items. Okay. It's interesting to change that in PS0. It's the bonus case from the first game. I think it is, yeah. It's the one where, I think if you had it on DS, I think it was the one where you had to like blow into the microphone to take fingerprints and stuff. Obviously, they've changed how it works on the Steam version, but... Good up best antagonist, to be honest. I basically like any of the cases where you go against Von Karma as well. Makes some of the grinders continuous. You have like 100 plus normal grinders, but they're no good for the better equipment. Have you seen Phoenix Wright Base Evolved? If not, you need to watch it. Absolutely hilarious. I don't think I have. Accustomed to PS0? Yeah, I think I'm getting there with it now. He says, walking over a spike trap. I think a lot of it, Minsk, was just find the right weapon. Since I've started using daggers, I'm enjoying it more. I quite like the dagger moveset. We just got a wand stick, or as I called it in the YouTube video, a hand stick because I misread the font. To be fair, I mean, give me credit. I mean, where is it? We need to show this now. That does kind of look like hand stick. Winning a child with a bird as a witness was pretty funny. Oh, that's amazing, that one where you call the parrot to the stand. You can press Y to get lore from items. Lore? In my Phantasy Star. Ah. Very good. This god needs a hand stick emote. I respect that. Peter Zero inspired Dark Souls. Right, which way are we going? I'm lost. Probably east, I'm guessing. Go west. Is someone using a shield? Yes, it looks like it, yeah. It definitely took the role from PS0, first game ever. Haven't been thinking about it yet. I'm assuming PS0 came out a little bit before PSP2. I'm guessing. I could be wrong. If that's the case, I think it would be the first game with the role, wouldn't it? In Phantasy Star, at least, anyway. I mean, I'm going to assume Dark Souls didn't take the inspiration from PS0, but not saying they didn't. You see zoos, but not. Yeah, they're kind of zoo at home, basically. I like how the fans gave us... gave US Brother translation, they give the same localization fields for the Blur games. The game was released in Japan on December the 25th, 200. PS0 literally the first game ever. I mean, it is called PS0. 2008 and then 2009 for PSP2, okay. So yes, it will have been the first Phantasy Star with dodge rolling then. Well done, PS0. Also, yeah, launching on December the 25th. That's a very odd day to launch it on. I know that... I mean, if that was the Japanese launch, I mean, I know that Christmas is not as big a deal in Japan, but it's still a very weird day to launch a game on. Dark Falls, Dark Souls. So we're now saying that because Phantasy Star used the word dark, that therefore Dark Souls is inspired by it. Christmas stream confirmed. Dark Souls was in Armored Core 1. The only thing I know about the link between like Armored Core and Souls games is I know that the Moonlight weapon is normally in the Armored Core games. We're truly living in a Phantasy Star universe. Oh, there is a faction in Armored Core called Dark Souls. Okay, I see what you did there, FromSoft. PS0, first game with water reflections. PSU logo is weird. I read it Phantasy Star Universa. Actually, I kind of get why I think that, because I'm just thinking of it in my head. I think the word universe is kind of offset under fantasy, isn't it? Or under Phantasy Star. Yeah, I can kind of see why you would read that weirdly. Yeah. So I found that NGS logo quite weird, honestly. The fact that like New Genesis is the main part of the logo, and then in tiny letters is Phantasy Star Online 2. PS2 literally inspired the universe. Before the Big Bang, there was Phantasy Star Universe. It's his first universe, so it must have come before ours. Also, yeah, breaking news, Vector has found a rare hand stick. Things we gotta protect, Starship Earth. I sort of love and hate the PSU like opening theme in equal measure. And then they did the remix for the Ambition of the Illuminous, which was the same, just faster. The universe is just copying someone else's homework, PSU. There you go. So yeah, Starship Earth, yeah. Which is really odd because there is no Earth in PSU. We'll never lie down and die. SGS we're gonna find. I think it's more likely to be SGS we will never find. Especially when I did the Gorilla Heroes and that freaking music is playing while Dark Falls lands his 10th meteor on my face. Yeah, if you haven't seen it, the last episode of the PSP2 playthrough was fun. The boss basically just decided to do its nuke, I think it was 4 times in a row, I think. Yeah, what if you wanted Red Ring, but Dark Falls just said Meteor 4 times? You're hoping to see that. It was amazing. It was a spectacle. I think for the PSP2 videos, I think, so the one that went up today is chapter 10.1. I think the next episode will be, it'll be 10.2 for sure. We might do 10.3 in the same one as well, because I think 10.3 is just the final boss and then like the ending credits and so on. So we'll see. Depends how long 10.2 is, because I can't remember how long that quest is. He knew Minerva was a threat, he was scared of the shotgun. I mean, everything should be scared of the shotgun charge shot in PSP2. To be fair, it's all I've got. I mean, everything's bullet resistant anyway. Should have been a new form or phase for Ultimate. Yeah, I kind of agree, yeah. I think it would have been nice. It's kind of odd in PSP2 actually, thinking about it, that like, Falls isn't the final boss you fight in the story. Can't imagine there's many other Phantasy Stars where that's the case. I've also thought that Ultimate Falls and PSO is a bit of a weird fight because I don't know if you've done PSO Falls quite a bit, particularly at high level. Like the final phase is not the hardest phase, which is really odd. The fact that you can sit there and dog walk him single cycle before he can even do anything is sad and hilarious. Yeah, I mean, PSO2 is kind of like that, isn't it? I guess, yeah, where you get to the end of the boss fights and then the PSO2 main thing comes in and you've basically won. Same with NGS as well. You quite often find that as the bosses get really, really weak, they basically just kind of give up. You know, Darthal Solus gets to a point where when it gets to low health, it basically just more or less gives up and almost stops attacking you. Shonen moment. Yeah, exactly. Yay, friendship. Alright, so Squids is back again. Tough question for anyone who plays Zero. Apparently my Mac can now use Photon Blasts. How would you use Photon Blasts? Oh, LNR, okay. Thank you for that. I mean, I kind of think it's going to miss, but we'll go for it. Why not? I have no idea what it does. That was kind of cool. Now I'm remembering this. That is a really cool PB. Yeah, I think the PBs actually look quite interesting in this. It has a chance to instant kill. You can chain PBs, but only the first one comes out or can be boosted. Oh, okay. Kind of forgot that the PS0 Photon Blast looked like something from Evangelion. I do kind of wonder how you would how you'd actually coordinate doing a Photon Blast chain in this back in the DS era. I mean, did it have microphone support built in? Like, could you voice chat in this back in the day? Oh, the player icons flash. Okay. Nah, I guess that's the other way of doing it. When PB is ready, the icons flash. Okay. I love that symbol. That's so good. Chat shotgun tends to help. I guess that's probably the best way to do it, yeah. NPCs will also try to chain when you hold it if they have 100 PB. It's actually pretty intelligent for the NPCs in this. From what I've seen so far, the NPCs seem to be reasonably decent, but they do die very easily. But in terms of like the AI, they don't seem that bad, honestly. Oh, you got to try sell your weapons from which? Oh, cool. I'm still grinding mine out at the minute. I'm trying to get enough of those, the ELFL Vault 2s to try and get it. I'm quite close to getting it. You have tactics like PSP2 as a menu on the screen. Yeah, I've seen the tactics menu. Again, it's kind of insane that's in a DS game, honestly. Right, the more I play it, it's like the more ambitious I see it is for the time. Pretty impressive, honestly. Oh, style points kill there. Hit the nail on with the PSO vibe in this game, down to stuff you downright wouldn't see at the time. Could do some more customization, maybe in Ep 2, but otherwise it's a perfect portable PSO experience. It does kind of feel more or less like a portable version of PSO. Obviously there are some big differences with it, but it feels definitely in the same vein as PSO for sure. Whereas obviously PSP2 is very much PSU. And one multiplayer Tower Quest, please. When Sega get back to me, I'll leak all the info on PS02. Did you actually send that to Sega to ask them to do a remaster of PS0? You did genuinely send it to Sega. JJ. You just Google contact Sega. I hope you have more luck than I do with them. Still waiting for my details to get updated on the NGS creator site. I have contacted them and they said, if you send us your details that you want adding, we'll add them on in the next update. And I said to them, well, I sent you those when I first applied months ago. So I've resent them the details again, and we'll see what happens next update. I find it odd in this that the double sabers class as a two swords weapon, where it's a double saber, not a twin sword. If you put channel description PSO2 NGS poopy, they wouldn't even know it, let's be honest. But I pointed out to them and I said, I'm not even too bothered about mine. There are literally people who have been on the NGS creator program for longer than I have. There are some who are like rainbow level creators, and they still don't have their updates. But then there are some people who are silver level who've been on for less time than I have, that have all the details updated. So it doesn't make any sense. Because if you look on the NGS creator site, unless they've updated it in the last couple of days, mine, I'm pretty sure, still just says coming soon. As do a lot of others on there. I can understand it for people who've just joined the program. But yeah, like, come on, like, we are literally making content for the game for you. To be honest, we are probably some of the very few people who are not slagging the game off. Even Nintendo's quicker than that. Nintendo does what say don't. After nearly all files and emails like YouTube thumbnails, this PSO2 official creator did this 2000 AC giveaway. And just like attach a picture of like a shocked face. I think that will probably do it for today, I think. So it's really good to actually do some multiplayer on PS0. I will try and finish the story some point over the next few days. Hopefully. So plan is for Sunday, we will do some Phantasy Star Universe. And then next Wednesday will be Classic Phantasy Star again. We will play some non-Phantasy Star games at some point, but there is a lot of demand for these games at the minute. And think of this as like the bountiful part where you get loads of Phantasy Star stuff until Monster Hunter Wilds comes out. So enjoy this while it lasts. Been a fun stream. I'm glad you enjoyed it. And sorry for some people who've been having problems getting into the games, but I'm not sure what the issue is, what was with that. But hopefully we can get it figured out. Yeah, we will end that one there for today. If you have enjoyed it, the usual, please consider liking and subscribing. Join us a member on YouTube, sub on Twitch if you want to. You can follow me on X or Twitter at SectionSkyly, and we also have a Discord you can join as well. Yeah, hope you enjoyed the stream, and I will see you guys on Sunday for some Phantasy Star Universe. Thank you for the bits killing me off. GD stream, Ultimate PSU experience soon. I'm not far off Ultimate, so hopefully we can get there. Alright, see you guys on Sunday. Thanks for watching. Since it's PS0. Pet the cat, I will do. There you go. Alright, see you guys on Sunday.